So it's mid-April. This is an update on the mini backyard orchard I have here. These are the newest additions, the figs. This is a hardy Chicago and a improved Celeste. These are just starting to get green buds, so they're a little late to the game, but I guess that's what figs do. It's good that they got past some of the cold weather we had. And strawberries are starting to bloom. The blueberries had a very mild enough spring that the blueberry flowers and buds survived, and they've all been pollinated very well by bumblebees and my honeybee hives. So I'm anticipating a good blueberry crop. The blackberries also look really good coming out of the fall, and this is the apples, pears, and plums that I planted are also finally budding. I put up a deer fence, which I did some research online, and people claim this works. It's just 20-pound monofilament fishing line. I put 3 different levels up on these T-posts. I like to paint my T-posts brown. It just kind of blends in a little better than the white tipped green T-posts that you buy Tractor Supply or your farm store. But these are the 3 apple varieties. They're finally getting some buds, so I'll have to do some pruning this season. The pears actually are doing the best. A lot of growth there. And the plums are also coming out pretty strong. They just look a little weaker, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes, and we'll see how this fence holds off the deer. So far, so good. On the vegetable garden side of the house, we've got this whole 12-foot bed I did with squash. So we've got acorn squash, green squash, and yellow squash that haven't quite come up yet. I just have them netted so that the crows don't dig them out. Got a couple peppers, jalapeno peppers, yellow snack peppers. This side I did 12 feet of asparagus. That's one of my favorite vegetables, and it's the first one to come out to this in the spring, so I went all in and did 12 feet, 2 different varieties, one green. The center is a purple variety. So I think it's Jersey, one of the Jersey hybrids, and then a purple passion hybrid. So we'll see. It's going to be a few years before they're able to be picked and strong enough. Done the usual whole box full of Vortex pole beans. I'm going to put some acorn squash in this one. Got the tomatoes planted already, sun gold. One of my favorites is full size is a Bonnie's Original, one of their best, and we did some tomatillos this year. I also got a Husky Red. We still have some kale left over from the winter. It still looks really good. Green onions. The cilantro is bolting right now. The garlic came through winter very strong. These are the 3 varieties that I planted from my own seed last year. Looks very good, and that will be harvested around June. This year I decided to grow my own sweet potatoes from the smaller potatoes I had last harvest, and they haven't come up yet. I just planted the small kind of like 2 or 3 inch potatoes that we didn't eat over the winter. I'm going to try that instead of starts this year. So that's what we have so far in the garden. Everything looks good. Great day here. Blue skies, 65 degrees. This is the best time to be outside in Georgia. It's about to get hot. The bees are buzzing away, bringing in pollen. I think it's going to be a good year for honey. And you can't have spring officially without some baby chicks. So these are the new additions. These are 8 australorps, which is a breed developed in Australia for high brown egg laying capacity. They're supposed to do very well in warm climate, so I'm hoping they do well here in Georgia. It's an all black breed. I've got straight run here, so I'm not sure how many males and females I'll have, but definitely be butchering most of the males for meat eventually. And I'm hoping to end up with more hens to rooster ratio. But these are only a little over a week old. They'll be going out into the outside pen eventually and have to get introduced to the other hens that we have already, which are starting to lay already this spring.